What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, this is like the final one before we actually start doing the whole entire what to expect in tomorrow's Fortnite update stuff. So I decided to actually combine things that typically would have been two different videos into one, so that you guys get the best of both worlds as we prepare to actually release into the V28.10 update. So firstly, let's talk about the Psycho Bandit situation. You may or may not have known about this, but recently, as you can see by the image on screen, there's been a whole entire situation where a lot of people have actually been getting Psycho Bandit granted to their account out of the blue, right? You know, for the first time in ages, basically, considering how rare the skin is, they've started to see the skin just kind of plop in there. And it started a lot of people wondering, oh, if I go buy Borderlands 3 on the Epic Games Store, will I get this added to my account or anything like that? And it appears that that is not going to be the case. So simply put, I'm not going to be like, here's how you can get this right now, because the truth is, if you don't already have the skin, or if you don't already have a code for the skin, you're not going to be able to go purchase the game or anything to actually pick this up. The reason why is because of the fact that if we actually go over to the whole entire listing for Borderlands 3, which keep in mind this was a game that released in 2019, it was a situation where you had to pre-order the game in order to actually get the skin. You were also able to get it for like a year after Borderlands 3 first released, but after that, you know, it was basically impossible to pick up the skin. And what happened was there was an issue where a lot of people who actually pre-ordered the game on the Epic Games Store never actually even got the skin added to their account. So this whole entire grant thing going on right now, where a lot of people out of nowhere are starting to see the Psycho Bandit skin and those cosmetics added to their account, is simply put because of the fact that they resolved the issue from ages ago at this point, basically, that was causing people who pre-ordered Borderlands, maybe around the time before they officially announced the grant or something like that, to actually receive the cosmetics that they were supposed to get instead of the whole entire situation before, where basically for the past like 4 or 5 years, you just weren't able to actually obtain it despite you having purchased the game on the Epic Games Store. So yeah, if you're someone out there who thought that this was going to be the shining moment where you were going to be able to actually go ahead and pick up the actual Psycho Bandit skin through a method or something like that a little bit earlier, that is not what's going on here. You won't be able to pick up Psycho Bandit until it returns to the item shop, and who knows how long that might actually be, because if we actually go ahead and search up Psycho Bandit, the last time it released in the Fortnite item shop was 1,330 days ago, so the odds of it returning anytime soon is pretty low, especially since it didn't return when the Diamond Pony glider released or anything like that. But for our next topic of today's video, let's talk about Solid Snake. Solid Snake will be releasing into the game in the next 2 days. Right after the downtime update for V28.10 happens, you'll be able to actually log in and instantly do the challenges, either right when the servers come back up or around 9 AM Eastern time, maybe 10 AM Eastern time. But it is exciting to see how we only have a few more days to actually wait until we can pick up the cosmetics. In total, there are 11 unlock rewards you're going to be able to obtain. A lot of them have question marks and everything, but in the files and based on their official announcements, we know that there's going to be like a glider, a back bling, a pickaxe, all that type of stuff. And the skin itself, I do believe, has around 3 variants, including the base variant you actually get when you first unlock the skin. So there will be a lot of different cosmetics for you to actually get, especially for someone who is a fan of the Metal Gear Solid universe, or even just, you know, Solid Snake or any of that type of stuff. So that's something to keep your eyes out for. However, keep in mind that also typically whenever these bonus skins release, if they actually end up having a whole entire like set of different cosmetics to release as well from that universe, it typically releases around the exact same time, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did, considering back when, I forget which chapter it was, but when one of the chapters actually launched, people were speculating that one of the actual characters we saw in the background of the chapter, like little teaser art or video or whatever else, was actually one of the characters from the Solid Snake universe. So that is something to keep in mind. Maybe we'll even see like Big Boss releasing into the item shop or something like that. We currently don't know, but typically if they have any bonus little goodies to release from that universe, they'll release it with the downtime update. And it only really makes sense because that allows them to go ahead and not have it leaked early, and then the day of it releasing in the shop or whatever else, they just kind of plop it into the files, similar to what they did with Attack on Titan. But it is super interesting to see how we're finally going to be able to be getting Solid Snake in the game, how we might be getting some more stuff from that universe, and how we're actually getting the Psycho Bandit situation resolved after years of honestly me not even realizing some people never even got the skin despite pre-ordering the game on the Epic Games Store. With all that said, however, hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. If you did, consider subscribing to support the content I create. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and until next time, I'll catch you guys a little bit later with another upload. Peace out.